Hi everybody, my name's Iris Smith and I'm from the Flower Patch in Mansfield, Nottinghamshire. I've never done a video before concerning my work, so this is the first time I'm going to be doing it. We're going to be making a wreath out of a 12-inch rattan, or should I say grapevine wreath. I've already attached the string to it and put it on my tabletop easel. I haven't got a floor easel at the moment because I'm waiting for that for delivery. So first of all, we're going to be doing our bow. I have picked pinks and everything for today because we're still in summer, and these are blossoms, your poppies, your lilies, your lavenders, what we've got here, some more of your blossoms that came this short. You could put a pick on them, a wooden pick, and make them longer. And also we've got white roses as well. That's for the flowers. For the foliage, we have got a fern, we've got the eucalyptus. I think this is a forsythia, I'm not sure. I think it is that one. And then we've got some red greenery with green in it as well, foliage. And we've got some ficus, we've got it in the green, and we've also got it in the variegated. I've also got grass as well, so they're push-up ones that I call push-ups, because you can manoeuvre them into a position that you'd like to have them in. And then I've got just some long wispy bits that I like to add in, you know, just for a bit of texture. And also, I'm not sure which colour I want to use. I have got the green, the pink, and I've got like the purple, deep red purple sort of colour, burgundy. I've also got these mesh loops where I could add to a bow to add a bit of more colour. The further you stretch them, the tighter they get. I'm thinking about that. I'm not sure as of yet, but we'll get to that as it gets very long. I'll just put them there. Right, the bows that I'm thinking of using today are all from my wholesalers that I have for artificial flowers. I've got the one with the bee and the sunny pink daisies. I've also got a bold, like a cherisi pink also to add, to take just the plainness. Got a very pale one with white daisies on. And I've also got a polka dot one with green on, with me using green. So this bright green foliage will go lovely with that. So first of all, we're going to be making the bow. I always seem to think that not everybody's sure about it, making a bow, but the more practice the better. I started and I just couldn't get it done. I managed it eventually. Right, so the way we're going to make our bows, let me just move that easel out of the way. And I always get a floral wire, because that's to attach the bow on eventually. Right, that is your bow maker. I can do it by hand. You can do it by hand yourself. But first of all, we're going to measure out on my mat a 10-inch hanging bit there for you. Put it in and place it where you'd like it to sit. Right, and with it being only a 12-inch wreath, I'm only going to do 5-inch loops. So once it's in, twist it so it's upside down, and then get your bow and then measure it to where the number 5 is here, and then face it towards the pattern towards the back. So as it goes in, you twist. and pull it to the 5 to make sure it's there. So once you've twisted that side, I hope you can all see, you do it on the opposite side. There's 5 and down we go. You can keep it like that and just do 2 and then have another bit of a tail hanging, or you can go to 3 more bow, another bow, as many as you like really. The bigger you like it, the better, you know. So I'm going to do 4 of this big one. Oh my goodness. So that is 5, and then I'll have that coming back down here. And I'll just get my scissors and just cut it. So that's the first one. Best thing about the easy bow makers and that are all your bows stay in place. So then I'm going to use this Wreath one, just to take away, you know, from the just the floral all the time. Do the same, but I'm going to get my tail this side. So that's my tail. Twist again. Now you can either keep this at the 5 or you can go to 4. So I'm going to go to, oh, let's see. No, I'll keep it at the 5. Let's just make sure. Yep. Turn it again. Let's measure. And always keep face, well, I find it easier to do it that way by twisting it before it goes to the bottom here. Right, that's another one. Face it towards, away from you. Twist before you get to the bottom. And we'll just do one more. Let's measure, right, and we'll bring that to this side. And then we'll cut it again. And that one's finished. Now we'll do the, usually I put the bigger ones to the back, but I don't want these two next to each other because I think they may clash. So here we go again with the 3rd bow. On this one, because I've already got a thick one, I might just do 2 loops on this. So again, you can put your tail end in, twist away from you, and on this one, sorry, nearly went wrong myself. Twist before it goes down, measure, yeah, that's the same as those, and then that one. So yeah, just 2 of those. If anybody struggles to make the bows, there's lots of lessons online that they can show you how to do them. And, you know, if you go to florist classes, anything like that, you know, they will help you as well. Right, this is the polka dot, the smaller one. This is the 1 inch. So with this one, I'm going to take it to the back. Right there. I'm going to do this one smaller because these are going to be in the centre. So twist. And we'll do these. Let's just have a look and check where the 4 is. That's a 4. So we're doing these at 4 inch instead of the 5. And same with this side. Let's just check. That's that. I'm going to do 4 of these as well, with it being in the centre. And if you want to check that they're the same size, just put your finger up and let's see that one's loose. So it's not exactly the same as the one I've got in with it. Let's do it again. That's better. Check that, yeah, that's fine. And then pour that one down to there. And then snip it off. You just wind these up. I don't like things in my way, everybody, but we'll get there. Right, and as I said, I've got the florist wire. It's just a normal 22 gauge, nothing more. So I'm just lifting these up, as you can see here, just lifting it slightly up, putting my wire through the centre of those woods, the little 2 prongs, grabbing it there together and then pulling up, just to make sure that that's holding still the bow so it doesn't undo. And then you've got your wire in place. Turn your wire upside down to where you want it in the centre, and then all you do is pull with this hand towards you and with this hand pull away so it tightens it. I'll just do a couple of 2 or 3 turns and then you've got that there. You can wire there. Right, now I hold my wire, I tend to get these tail ends and push them under the bottom of all the loops, just to position them so they don't get in the way. You can bring them under. Now it's all tightened up. You don't need to be quite so soft with your ribbon. It will manoeuvre wherever you'd like it to be. So then you're left with all your bows at the top. Now let me just get that one underneath here. So then that's there. So there's the 4 small ones I did. So all you do, put your fingers in, buff them up like that. That's for the centre. Now the others, you started off with those, so they're on the bottom. So you want it like a cross, star, kiss sign, you know, whichever you want to call it. So you bring one at the top, one to the top left corner, get this other one, bring that down as well, and that one up, just to manoeuvre. Then it was your Charisse ones, so get those as well, manoeuvre those. Like that, and then your pinks, because I've only got 2 of those big pinks with the daisies, and then your 4. So once you've done all of that, then you've got your bow. So that's the bow, and we can sit that here, 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 wherever you feel you want to put your bow. There's no right or wrong place. So now I've done the bow, we've got the tail ends. I tend to dovetail them, so where you fold them in half, and the side where it's complete, it's not open, get your scissors and cut to the edge upwards, and then that will leave you that. You can cut them as long as you like, as small as you like. I'm just doing them at this size to start with, because I don't know if I want them shorter yet or not. So we'll do it all like that. Until it all looks nice. Fold that one in half again. Point on the folded side to the side with the stitching on, should I say. Just check, there's another one. And do the same with them all. And just go through it to make sure they're all done. And the bows, I always get wired because you can position them, you can twist them. They'll always look better, and you'll find out that once you're doing your bouquet or a wreath or whatever, you will constantly be straightening your bow up, because putting things in, it's just going to keep moving it, but that's not a problem. So, oh, missed one there. We'll do that one as well. And that's your bow. I mean, you can keep fluffing it up, but I've got my tail ends basically hanging here. So that's your bow. I'll straighten it up a bit more once it's on the actual wreath. So I'm considering, I think, putting, if we can see, I may have to keep turning this way or turning these or to face me to make sure I position things right. So all I do is whichever side bow I want, which will be there, I think. If I get this wreath, the wire at the back, I go through the wreath at the back. I don't just tie it like I have done this around and under. I go actually through the grapevine to hold it into place. So if that's going to be where my hanger is, let's just have a quick look. I think I'm going to put it up there. So what I do, I can just find a space, go through the centre of the vine with one piece to the back. There's the wire at the back. And get the other piece of the grapevine and go through a different, not grapevine, wire, sorry everybody, and push it through another area of the back. Then you've got them both there. So they're on the grapevine. You can adjust it wherever you want it to position. So if I just twist like I did with the bow, a couple of times until I'm happy that it's there. So then you've got that there. So if we put that back on there, there's your bow. Now as you can see that these are long, I might keep them, I might attach them like that. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll get to that as we start filling it. That one is slightly twisted, so you can manipulate them. I think with these, I will cut these shorter because I don't want really them sticking up on this one. So it just, so I've got these down here, what I can use as. Right, so let's just fasten these bows back up. And once they're done, I'll just move them out of the way. I've been doing floristry for over 15 years. I did do it in fresh flowers, and then I just, for some reason, decided I want to try artificial. So I've been doing artificial for many years as well, and I do find with artificial you've got it lasting. Some things are slightly expensive, especially with the economy, but you'll get your money's worth because these will last, you know, if you look after them, especially if they're under a porch, they'll last ages. Perhaps about 2-3 years you'll get out of these, so you will get your money's worth. Fresh flowers, as beautiful as they are, and the scent, 2-3 weeks, and unfortunately you've got to throw them. So that was just a decision I decided, and plus I also wanted to be a bit more creative. So that's what I did, and I seem to have got quite a few orders from it, and now I've stopped doing fresh and I just stick with artificial. Anyway, let's get back onto what we're doing. Here at the side I've got my glue pan, a skillet. It's not a professional one or anything. All it is, you can get it off Amazon. I think this was £35, something around that. 30, 35. And it's just what you cook your food in, your chicken, your meats, anything like that. And all I've done is brought it home and put my, which I use a lot, my Gorilla Glue sticks. They are up to, oh crikey, 75 you can get in a pack, some you can get 30. They're not cheap. If you get the 75 ones like I have, they're about £20 a pack. But what I do, I just take them out there, drop them in my skillet, let them melt, and that's how I glue my things in. I have got glue guns, well I've got 3 to be quite honest, but I find this is a quicker way than standing there squeezing the glue out, and you know, it's just easier for me and quicker. So right, let's get started. Let me just put that away. So as I've said, we've got those flowers. I always start with greenery. I always was taught minimum of greenery, foliage, 3 different ones. Now me, I foliage mad. I really am foliage mad. So I tend to put more. Sometimes I could put 6 in, sometimes just 3. But I tend to bring different foliage because I have to check to make sure it's fitting in with what I'm doing. Because I don't always know what I'm doing. Sometimes I just sit down, put the foliage in, pick a colour out of my artificial flowers and then just do it. Other times I know the colour I need to do and I'm organised on that. But this is one where I don't know what it's going to be like. So anyway, let's get cracking. So we have got the eucalyptus. I have got the ficus. These have already been cut down because I used the stem for something else and I've got leftovers. So don't ever throw away your leftovers because you can use them in absolutely anything. Right, here we go. So I'm thinking about if we start here and we come to about here and then we do the mirror image it, and on the bottom we're here. So what I'm going to do, like I say, with my glue gun, dip it in, if you can see. Sorry if you can't because my easel's in the way. And as you can see, I've got the glue on. And I decided I'm going to put this one behind my bow. And you just put it inside and follow the pattern of the grapevine. So as you can see, it's going around. Don't just put your, let's say, a stem like that and just plonk it in. It'll stick out at the back. So you need to get the stem and go up like that and follow the green. And then it's easier. Right, so I've got that fiscus, so I'm going to use another one, similar length, and I'm going to do the same thing to this. And with your glue, I always suggest to get it at a honey consistency. You know, when you've got your honey, you know what that's like. So if it goes, if your heat on there is too low, it will go really thick. If it's too high, it'll go really, really runny. You've got to get your balance in between. It might be actually the other way around, but you need to get your balance really right. Now I've got this variegated ficus, which I will use against that, just to set it off a little bit more. So we have got that. Let's dip it in. Look, there's your consistency. Look how it runs off. If we do it again, just running off like that. And then I'll just wipe excess off at the edge. And then we'll go under here and follow the grain up. And because you can bend them, because they're all wired, You can manipulate it into any way that you like. That's a long one. So with that, I'll probably chop that one. And then we'll get another piece. Just hold it in your hand like a pencil. Any leaves at the bottom here look like I've got, I bring them up to hold. Right, and let's put that in behind there. I think because that one's coming round a bit more, I'll get a smaller one and place it there. Here's another one. I always suggest what you do here or wherever, you mirror image on the opposite side. So if I put that there, then you saw me put that there. So then same with that. That there, that there. So because, and I only use just normal electrician's pliers to cut the wires. And because we've got nothing here, we need to put something there. So if I can just come this side and then bend it into position. You will get bits of glue on you, they're like spider webs, but I just drop them back in the pan to melt. So there's that there. So I'm going to get another one there. Longer one. Just snip it into a 45-degree angle so it will point, so it will get in, not a problem. Right, sorry if you keep not seeing me. It's just not as much space I've got here like I used to. Right, in we go. Just got to follow the grain. Sometimes it can be a bit hard. So let's take that one out again and really try and put it somewhere else. Just trim it again. We'll then put it up. It into position. I still need, as you can see, something here behind the bow. So I've got these big ones left. I think I'm going to use a darker one on this one. Just dunk it in. And that's that. If you do get glue on you, please don't worry, everybody. I just get it off immediately because I don't like the feel of, it's not that I don't like it, it's just gets in the way if it's all over you. You start sticking to everything. So let's just have a quick look. Bring the bows there. I think I still need a larger one here because this one, let's just bring it forward. Sorry, everybody. That's it. Let's just have a look. Right. I'm going to stop with that until now. I might use it later on, but at the moment I won't. So let's just put that there on the floor. I do have these, and the reason I've got these, I thought against pinks, it would show up really nice. I don't know if you can all see that. A nice colour. These are push-ups where they slide up and down, so you can have it all up there, wherever really, and have it at the bottom, and that's that. Anyway, we've got eucalyptus, and I love eucalyptus. So we're going to cut a couple of those up at the bottom of the stem where they join. And because you've got that bit, I always chop that bit off. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard, so you've just got it left. Right, now these are long too, so I could either have it just as long. I think that's a bit too long, so I'm going to cut it. I always tend to try, now that I think, sorry, I forgot to turn it back on. That I think may go all right. I'll put that there and then just bend that so it's slightly hanging. And because I've done that one there, I'm going to mirror image it up here. So like I say, you can bend them whichever position. So I think that may go here somewhere. So we'll dip it in our glue again. I've got some more bits I'm going to use. The best thing about the artificial, you could chop them up into several pieces and you're not losing out on having to throw it away because you've just cut what you want off of it. Let's see, so I think we're going to put one in here. So it saves you money by having to chop them into the pieces. That's the best advantage. So I've put one there, so I need one here. So we'll go in again, follow the grain and then bend it into position where I'd like it. Right, I've got 2 pieces left of this, even though I've got a full, some more, well plenty more, but I do it. Let's have a look. Shall I put one there? Yes, I think I will. It's all trial and error. You just try to do what you think, you know, looks good for yourself or for whomever's asked for something. I started off making a lot of them for my friends and family and neighbours. Got wonderful neighbours, and I just started doing them for them and decided, yeah, this is what I want to do, artificial. But all my silk ribbons I used for real flowers, I've still got because they can come in handy. But I mean, this isn't all I've got. This is just what I'm using at the moment. But you can, but they're all wired because they're just not, you know, not feasible for me when they're silk, because they just flop. You won't get this effect. So as you can see, the bow gets squashed again. It's usually once you've got everything in, you can just mimic your bow back into place. And like I said, I hope it's looking all right. I can't. Let's see. Right, we'll put that one away for this moment of time. And like I say, the forsythia, now I love this. It gives such a, I mean, it's so limey green. You can get it off Temu and also Sheen. They do artificial flowers and they are quite cheap and they are not bad quality, to be quite honest. Quite pretty. I've had a lot of stuff off of them. I've also shopped at Leaf Floral Wholesalers, but Bella's Floral Wholesalers, she does online live. She's fantastic. And I also go to Artificial Floral Wholesalers. So there's quite a few about. Some of them, if you've got wholesalers, you've got to order a certain amount of goods to get free delivery. If you don't, then you could be paying £10 delivery, depending on what you're wanting or what you've ordered, the weight of it. Some of them go by the weight of your package, and the more heavier, the more expensive your delivery costs are. Right, so anyway, the forsythia, I think, because like I say, it's got this lime green in, and I like things to be wispy, so they stick up like that as a natural thing, because in your garden you don't get flowers that all grow together and so compact. You get flowers in your garden where they've joined up with another flower and this mixed in together. Some shorter at the bottom, some at the top, some longer pieces, some shorter pieces. That's just how, you know, the flowers grow, and I try to mimic that on a lot of my work, the more natural effect. So anyway, here's where I'm going to put this forsythia. So that comes down like that, so it's hanging. Everybody, if you can hear a cat meowing, my cat's just walked in. He tends to sit with me. He may come up on here, but he tends to sit with me over there though. Here we go. See? Meet everybody, Marley. This is Marley, my cat. So, go and sit on your bed. So he'll stay here for a few minutes and then he'll decide to wander off and go on his bed. So, sorry about that, everybody. Anyway, I've got another piece where I'm going to stick a mirror image that. So that one will go in there. I think he's interested, everyone. Sometimes I might just drop that a little bit. You can just keep bending it until you're happy with the way it's at. Come on, go away. Mummy's working. He won't listen. So that's that. I want to put one there. So if we dip it again in our glue. Sorry, everybody. He just won't listen. I can't. Wherever I'm going, he's following me. There we go. So I'm going to dip that in there. I want a bit poking out. There. Let's have a look. That's all right. Come on. And here's another piece. You see, you have sometimes where they're not even got anything on. So what I tend to do is just snip it off. So I've had one there, so I'm going to have one around here. Why can't you do videos without your animals? Go on. Go down. Oh my goodness, I just can't get rid of him. Let me just, sorry everybody, I'm just going to have to take him to his bed. He'll probably come back again. Yeah, he's coming. No, Marley, down. So I'm going to put my forsythia just to this side a minute. I'm going to have to keep putting him on the floor. And I've also got these. Now these are a bit like boxwood. I'm not sure if they actually are, but they very much look like it. So I'm going to snip those off to the point where I'd like them. Them. Oh my goodness. Can everybody just wait 1 minute while I take him out the door? I won't be a minute. I've got feeling he's going to come back in, everybody. Yeah, he's back in. He's back in. Right, I'm not sure about these. They may look quite nice because they're different texture. And that's how I think it may look. Or I do have these, like I say. I don't want it to be, for some reason I think that sets it off because it's darker. I think the pinky one may be a bit too light. So we'll try the dark one. And these are push-up ones as well. Oops, sorry. Sorry, just accidentally nudged you. I'm going to have these hanging, draping this side. There we go, that's one. He just likes playing with all the wispy things I have. And I have to keep telling him no, because he'll chew them. Right, and then this goes in here. Oh my goodness. Like that. I've got more, so I think I'm going to use all of these. There's 5 on this stem. I'm going to put one like here, and one here, and one here. Thanks. That's my husband bringing me a tea in, coffee, with my video. I've got the cat with me as well. So let's now put this one in at the side. You don't have to always see it at the front. You can put it at the back as a, oh, see, chewing it. No, 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 no chewing. I think he just wants to get on the video, everybody. So that's at the side. So here's one where we're going to put here at the back. Has anybody ever tried to make something and they've got a pet who gets involved in it? Let me know. So that one's there. Oops, that's caught on there. Let's get this one. No, no, it's not a game. It's not a game. Right, I'll move that pink one. Oh, and another thing I've got a liking for is these. Now, I can't remember what they're called. If anybody can remember, let me know. Yeah, they're super long. And they are very, very good for your wispy bits. So let's cut one off. That's a small one. Well, we'll cut them all because we're going to use them all. And if you have things like this left over, I tend to, wherever you get grooves in, and that's where it's easier to cut. So I chop one off. I save these because if there's any artificial flowers and they've come off the heads and I can't find the stem, I've got spare ones. So we'll put that with my wires. Let's move my coffee because the cat will knock it over. And let's use these. These are push as well. they all push up. Yes, it's a leaf. And you see, they like that. And you can manipulate them down. So we'll put that there because it actually looks quite nice and I like that. There, that's one. Mirror image on the bottom. Just put it there. Just follow the grain. Move that there. The small one I want to put at the centre, the side. I'm going to go like that. Now this one, you do get them where they're joined, so you can shorten them or keep them long. Well, because I don't want it long again, I'm going to cut. Now you see I've got that left over from cutting it. Now what I tend to do is get these bent edge pliers that I've also got a cut on, and I just bend it over. It stops the leaf from falling off, and there you have it. So with this one, it needs to go here. Yes. So I'll put that one in there. And then the other one, and then the image it at the bottom. Excuse me if you can't see me. And we'll go bring it out there. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look. Now, can you see? The best thing to do, I always say, is build yourself like a margin around your wreath of how far you want to go out. That's my highest point, but the majority of it is all around here. So try to keep it around that to make it look balanced. So I think with me, like I say, my ribbon, there it is, and then you just keep fluffing it up. And make it into a nice full bow again. But like I said, you'll be doing that plenty of times. So now, like I say, I have these. It's either those, I have also the grasses, which I think will look nice. And then I also have perhaps these for filling in. All it says on the tag is green foliage, so let's just remove that tag, we don't need it. So I might use them, I'm not sure yet, but actually they quite look quite nice. So they may be a last thing that I tend to think about. So do we put fern in? These ferns that I have all been cut down from the stem, and I've put them in a little, I've pre-cut them, shall we say. So I've put them in already in a little package, sometimes just to save when I know ferns are very popular, so I know I'm going to use it. So I think we'll either put one here, yeah, I hope you can also see. So I'm going to just lift up the eucalyptus and I'm just going to go under it. I'm just going to go where I can find the gap. if you can all see, if the cat's not in your way. Sure, you don't really want to be seeing my cat when I'm trying to show you things. Usually he wanders off to the other end eventually. He's waiting for treats. Right. No, no, no. Don't chew it. As you can see, all the foliage that we had, it's starting to go down. Let's take a few off. Oops, I've just dropped one. Here we go. And they also come easily back. If they come off like that, sometimes I tend to just dip them in the glue and just push them back on so that you've got it back, and then that'll set just like that. Right, where we're going to put that one up there, mirror image again. Always remember, and you know, fan them out so they all look natural and they're just growing how it would in your garden, really. So we have another one. And I think one should go here because it's a bit bare here. So we'll put one in. I'll try and do it from the front if my cat's not in my way. Follow the grain, and there you have your ferning. Now we've got another one, what I'm going to put here where the eucalyptus is, and we'll do the same again. Right, you see, I've squashed the bow. This is what I mean. You'll be doing a lot of these, tidying it up, but you can always, sometimes I leave it till the very end and then I buff it back up. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I might need another, perhaps I could do with one here, one here and one here, so another 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'll put those down. I do have a bin behind me if you're wondering if I'm just throwing things on the floor. Obviously these things I'm putting on the floor out of the way so you can all see, but rubbish that I have, I've got a bin here. So just a cheap bin from, I think, Tesco. Any bin will do. Right, where did we say? Under here. Oh, goodness me. My cat won't allow my friends and everybody to look. I don't know why. So that's one. So I said I wanted one there in the centre. So I'll go in the centre here. Let's have a look. There, and then I think I said one here, if I remember correctly. Out of doing all of this, I love greenery. Absolutely love the variety of the greenery that you get and the different textures, and some of them, like I said, so realistic. I've had people saying, are they real? Or no. Right, so now I'm going to snip one off just to see, because I'm still not sure about the red ones. And I do, it adds a bit of colour. I think I'm going to use it. Lift up again, find your spot you want it, slide and then bend into position, just to give it that texture and that balance. I'm going to try 5 to start with. And also they come like that, it's so straight. I tend to fan them out a little, but the stem I just give a quick bend in any position. There's no particular position, and that will look more realistic than that. So I'll put one on the end again, so it's like a bookend here, and I can bend it up, get another one, fan it out a little, and put it, I think I'm going to put it here. You haven't got to put it exactly in the same place you've put the other one, even if it's just slightly offset. That's all right, because that's how plants grow. I had a lady who came with a daughter. She was getting married. She just got married this weekend. She looked divine. I made her a bridal bouquet, and she's such a lovely lady. And she was saying it's taken her 4 months to find somebody who likes the style she likes. Well, the style that the lady likes is the same style of what I like. And also her mum. Her mum is a wonderful, wonderful lady. Every time she comes here, she spots something that I've made and she has to buy it. What a great customer. You can get some really fabulous customers. And yeah, they sent me pictures of the bridal bouquet and the poses and everything. Just beautiful. So I'm so happy she's got married. I love weddings. But she wants me to do some other work for her. So I've got one exceptional customer. Put that there. I may need, actually, let's just fan it. Oh, there. That's just to give it a bit of darker colour, I guess, to set the actual colours off. I'm very particular about the colours. Let's sit that there. There. I didn't want it to show up too much. I'm not going to use any more of this. I do have, like I say, the deco mesh tubing. That would look nice. I could also just add a bow in the centre there, have that hanging. So that's the reason I'm keeping that aside. Right. As you can see, I've got a gap here and a gap there and a slight gap here. So what I want to do is basically fill them in, but do I fill them in? It looks quite nice with that. Or do I do it with that? No. That, because you've got a lot of spiky here, here, here. I feel that you have too much and it takes away what you're doing. Because if you can look, I'll just bend those over. Is it that? It's that. You know when you get a gut instinct? So I won't use these. I'll put the fern down for the moment. We're left with these at the moment and those. So I'm going to cut. Now This, like I say, it's just called green foliage. To me, it looks slightly like rose leaves, rose petal leaves, not rose petal, the greenery on the rose bush. Right, I'll take that top bit off, keep that because it's a longer bit. We'll do the same with this. I tend to work in odd numbers. I know some people say it's the old-fashioned way, but I find that it always looks more balanced than even numbers. I may be wrong to some people, they may have a different eye, but I do know that it's all, they say the modern way now is, doesn't matter how, you know, the amount of flowers you actually put in your wreath or a display or arrangement or anything. So I've seen some wreaths where they've just got 2 flowers, 2 roses, or, you know, 4 roses. And yeah, I think it looks quite nice. Anything's pretty to me. Right, let's get this one here. These aren't push-ups, so you have to do it this way. Let's just push that in. Get that there. There, that's covered that space. I wonder, yeah, we need one there. This may be a bit too long, so I'm just going to take that bit off. Don't throw that away, because you could use that to put it here, to put here. In fact, I will. I'll put that there. Let's get this sat in. Oops, you can. Let me just get the rest of the glue coming off the pan. Now let's get this little bit that I've got, and we're going to put it underneath our bow, just there. And then we've got this bit, I think needs to go here, and then one here. So we'll get that one in. Here. Oops-a daisy. Again, that one may be too long, so I'm going to snip that one. I never throw anything away, because you can guarantee you're always going to need, just even if it's one little leaf, for something, just to hide something so you can't see it. Let's just push that down a bit so it looks a bit more natural. Put, like I did with the other one, this behind here, just to give it a bit of fullness. I think I'm going to cut that because it's just, I think maybe it's a bit too long for what I want. So bend over, cut from the corner to the edge. There. Now that one, I'll do the same. There. I think that's a bit better for what I'm achieving. Right, the last of his foliage. Now, am I wanting to, if you put this in, if you see any glue bits, just wait for them to dry and then just pull them off. And I think, let's have a look. I hope you can all see this. I think I may, actually one there. No, because I can have flowers there. So I think I'll put one there, and perhaps the single one in the middle. Right, this is quite a bulky stem. Oops, I can see some glue. So let's try and get it in a big hole that I can see. One. And I'll put this there. If you think some of your stems, sorry everyone, if you think some of your stems may look too big or long, you know, you can always just trim them off to where you think they may look better. Right, let's get this one in. And that one needs to go here. So let's find a space. And we'll put that one there. Right, I think at the moment that's all the greenery I'm going to put in at the moment. Let me just have a quick drink of my coffee that my husband brought me in. Florals. I don't think I'm going to use those. Right, let's bring them all over to this side. Obviously these are just the white roses. You don't need tags on anything. Aren't they just so pretty? Really pretty. I don't know if you can see them behind my hand, but they're so realistic. And I just love these. Right, with me having these short stemmed blossoms, which I'm going to put actually wood pick on them. I have some wood picks here. Or they are, you can get these off Amazon, any floral site, eBay, anywhere. Just a green stick really, and a little copper wire on. So for anything that's too short, attach it to it, wrap the wire around. It looks a bit flimsy at the moment because of the weight of it, but it will work. And once you've wrapped that on, I then get some floral tape. I've got different types, but this is just nearer to my hands. Cover the top of the stem with the tape so you can't see the wood. And then just take it down. Just keep taking it down so you cover as far as you want to go and pull it off. So now I've got a long piece. So from that to that. So then I can put that absolutely anywhere. So while we're on it, I'll do the others because it doesn't take very long. I've got glue all over my fingers. We'll just get that wrapped round. And then we'll tape it up. And to get this tape to stick, you have to pull it so the stickiness then pops up. If you just put it on without stretching it like that, then you won't get that stickiness. Pull off, and there's another one. I think I bought four, five. So we'll do it again. If nobody's ever heard of me, I've never been on and done a video. I just got it in my head that I decided one day, and even my husband said it, and my children, which are all adults, Mum, why don't you do a video? Very nervous. You may see that I'm very nervous. But I guess as I get along and do more, I will be, I suppose, better at it. I don't really do things like this. I'm not a shy person, but I tend to hide at the back of things. I'm also in a choir. When we do concerts, I stand at the back. I'm not an upfront person where I like to, I don't know, everybody to stare at, I guess. But the choir that I'm in, fabulous. Everybody in it is fabulous. And the choir, if anybody wants to join, actually, it is at Mansfield, the Mansfield Queen Elizabeth School. We've just broken up for the summer holidays. We're not back till September. Our musical director, Diane, is absolutely wonderful. Love her to bits. And the committee as well, fabulous. Pauline, everybody. Alison, Karen, Arthur, everybody who's in the committee all do their jobs extremely well, and they try the best for us to make sure that we've got events coming, and yeah, wonderful. So if you haven't got to be a professional singer, you can just come along, sit, join. After a couple of weeks coming, you can then decide whether you want to stay or not. There is membership fee for for a whole year, but to me that's cheap because of what we do. So yeah, and we tend to sing classical, opera, that sort of music, and musicals. We've just done Carousel, Guys and Dolls. Feel free to come along. Thursday nights, 7 till 9. And we start back in September. Right, after all that chatting about myself, oh, I've got the cat again. Go away, please go away. Let me put those there so he can't. Trying to avoid him to come over here. Right, here we go. So as you can see, all your greenery is all up. Bend that one. So I have now got, I want to use, I mean, oh my good gracious me, everything's tangled up. Now ain't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? It is absolutely, oh, super. Even that. Now isn't that pretty? So, and then with the roses, what I'm planning on doing is perhaps having some coming out a bit longer, just to give that depth. Oh, I've chopped a rose off here the other day and left the stalk on, but we'll keep that stem. I say, I keep these. We'll put that with that. So the roses I'd like to sort of like come out just like that. I mean, you can bend them up so you can see them. And your poppies, because they're on paperback with wire, all you just do, pull it. Now that's still got wire in it. So that's 1, 2, get 5 out of this. And the best thing about it again, it's got the wispy bits on that I love. I don't keep these ones because they're just not any use. Right. We may have to do some of these as well. Get these up on a pick. Oh my goodness, I can't work with my cat. Go away. No. So I'll just, the paper comes off really, really easy. So if I just wind a bit of tape around that, just to hold that in. Right, so there's this flower. So I'm going to stick that something like that. So you've got the wispy bits hanging this side. So let's give that a go. Just move the ficus and eucalyptus out of the way. Find a spot. There we have it. I tend to like them with a bit of a bend. So, and we'll do it again with this one. Put a bit of tape round it to secure the brown paper. No, 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 don't eat, go. Sorry everybody, it's just disturbed me, and it's not usually like this. He usually just sits down on his blanket and just goes to sleep while I'm making things. Excuse me. I'll put that one there. So that's coming there. We just wind it again. Take this one to the bottom because it's got nothing on the bottom. So, oops daisy. Just getting caught up in the glue strings. Right, so I'm going to put one behind the bow. Let's just get that in. And then we'll do it again. To say that, I mean, it's only a 12-inch frame. You can get 10-inch. I usually tend to like working on 14s. I do arrangements, vase arrangements, artificial flower arrangements like a bouquet. What else? Oh cracky, there's that much. Anything really. Anybody's got any ideas or they want something doing, I've had little breadboards. I put things on breadboards. Let's get in here. Alright, one more. I don't just take all the flowers off the stems or what I need up front because I don't know if I'm going to use them all. And then we'll put another one. Oops, can you see the string? There we go. this one. There we go. So it's attached to me. So that's that. Right. I may not use everything what we've got here, because like I say, I just bring things across and then hopefully get things going. Right, let's start on the blossoms first. So I think with these blossoms I'm going to put in, not at the front, because we've got these all flowers, they can go near the front and on the slight bit here, but these I think need to come in at the back. So consistency of honey, find your space you want to put it, follow the grain, and there you have it. So then you can manipulate how you want it bending. That's that one. Right, so let me just bring these here. Try and bend it before if you like. Let's lift up this. And shove it in. Just position it behind. You're not always forced to see absolutely everything, because things do grow behind things. Right, I think I'm going to put that one there. Just in the back. And then we'll have this one. And I'm going to put that one there. Right. Like that. Let me take that one back out. I don't like that one. Let me take the stick off, because I think I'm going to do it at a different height and have it hidden. There we go. I know something needs to go there, so I've got one left. I'm going to cut this down a little bit at a 45-degree angle, and we'll stick that one in there. So we'll go here, just move things out of the way. There we go. There. The cat's gone and sat down. Right, like I say, I've got more long wispy bits. I've got these beautiful lilies where they've got the pink on the edge, and the leaves are also pushed. I don't really like the leaves on these because they fray, so I'm going to take the leaves off. And these I will throw because I won't use them. So I've left one on, but that will be hidden at the top. Yeah, they're not very good, clever, them ones. So they're sorted. Put that one in the bin. And lavender as well. Now, let's break one off. Well, not break, cut. It's just my Mansfield language, I guess. And by putting these here, you can see how they look against your pink, what I think, wildflower or poppy. Well, they look like a wildflower actually. Put them against that and have them dotted around. I hope you can still see. Just excuse the bow because it just keeps getting flat every time I go around that area. But we'll buff that up at the end. My husband's always bringing me a cuppa in. He's wonderful. Right. So do I use this? Not as much, because I've got those in. I don't think I should. I don't want to overpower it with these. Put them on florum in a tighter way. I've also got these blossoms, which are shorter stem. I think I'm going to use them. Right, let's get the roses in. Cut the roses. We'll save this stem as well again. I've cut that rose already. Oh, the cat's coming back. Oh my goodness. I just think he likes to get in the way. Today, anyway. Go on. Mummy's working. Take that off. Right. I think as it goes like this, it quite looks nice like that. Right, let's place them. Don't eat, it's not real. Even the cat thinks they're real. No. No, no. Let's see, now I can't make my mind up. No, I think it's let's get the lilies in. 45-degree angle. The thing is, you don't, from your glue pan, the only thing you've got to look at, don't allow it to smoke. If it's smoking, you've got it too hot. That's that one. Let's put one here, behind the bow. And the other one, oh, let me cut that one a little, not too long. And then we'll put this one here. Like that. I think that one needs to go there, that's it. Right, we'll do, I think, the roses last. They're not very good, they're threading. The roses over here. Right, let's get lavender. Don't you just love this? This is flocked, it's got like dust on it. Here, come. So I tend to put that on there and use these again. So I want something like there, because you've got that gap there. I don't want to keep putting everything here, because you're going to have it all clumped up around here. To space it, you need to bring something and join in with the border of what you've got. So I'm going to put them hanging outwards. So that means it'll lift up here. Nice and all. I'm going to have it like that. Got glue all over me. Go away. So do the next side. And have that. That one. A bit of a longer stem. And I think this will go around here. Let's get the ribbon. Yeah. So I think I'm going to put another one here. Oh, one maybe here. So we'll go behind here again. Excuse if my back's to you all. And one more. I think maybe we'll shove that one. I think actually there, because there's a lot of greenery by itself here. So to break up that colour, we'll introduce this. If you just move it around so you can see what you want to see. Right. Let's get these out of the way. So, roses. I know I was going to do them last. I'm just going to turn it around so I can just have a look, because I can see a big gap. So let me just fluff. I think that's where I'm going to put the roses. And then we'll do that. Go like that. Go like that. I think I may end up cutting the bow a little bit more again. Yeah. So here, I think here. So let's get those roses. Right, so I'm going to, that's bending outwards. Put one there. I'm just going to stick this in and then I will turn it back round and show it. And that's how I want the roses positioning, where they're just at the bottom going around, because you've got your lilies and everything there. So we'll cut that. And then I'll put one up at the top. missed it. I have to redo that one. And then let's go over this side. Just fluffing it up. Now, I think here. I'm just going to turn it around again. Yeah, I'm still missing something there. So, let me get that bow fluffed up again. Probably for the 15th time. But don't worry, ladies and gents. It'll all come good in the end. Right, I'm just going to... See, that one's a nice one, so I could cut that. Oh, it's so pretty. I just can't believe how the artificial flowers have improved since first started out. So, to cover that gap up, because I don't like gaps, I need to hold it behind here, so I've got a bit... That's done it. So I know you all want me to turn it around. I'll just show you quickly. There, filled it in. Finally got rid. So I think I need something here, and maybe something around here. So that's that one. Let's cut a couple more off of these. I just can't believe how wonderful these realistic these look. Right. I wonder if that will pull out with it. Yeah. Right, I won't keep this. Oh my goodness. Get rid. The reason I chop the stems that I don't want in half is because in the bin where there's a bin liner, it catches and it rips if they're too long and I haven't chopped them down. So, right. Now this other piece I think needs to go, but I've got a piece there. So I think let's put that piece there and work the way round. There we go. Let's just hold it up. There. Can you all see that? It looks much better when it starts filling up from the beginning. So I think we need something here. Let's try this one. So just manoeuvre everything again out your way. Find the position where you want, follow the grain of the grapevine wreath. Don't know if you can see. I'm forcing it, well not forcing it, I'm bending it to have that. We'll sort this out again. There. So then, now I think we need one here. Let's get that one in. We need to cover them all up here, just behind the bows. That's too long. See, this is now where, when something's getting in my way, I will cut it down. There's that one as well. I'll leave that one as is. Right, I've got one more piece of this, and I think, because that's bent there, do we need it here? Or do we need it here? I think here. Because that's looking for there, and there's just something missing here. So, there we go. Now, and all I've got left is these. Now, do I want them? Oh gosh, I'm a stickler for things like this. Yes, I want them. So I'll cut them all similar size. So here we go. So it's going to be here at the back. So do we have it that long? I think just slightly shorter, because we're trying to keep in the boundary. So I don't want them too long. So if that's the case, let's keep them shorter on these too. So I'll put them around the edge. You may not be able to see them, but that's my point about it all. I like things that aren't always relatively there, but they are, if you know what I mean. Right, I'm just going to turn it around, guys, and just to keep it all up, because I think we may have finished. 1 second. Let's get that bow fluffed again. Need to really force it. nice. So we'll get that in the centre. That in the centre too. See, let me just cut that one. Well guys, I think by looking at that we may have done. So please give it a go. It's quite easy. It doesn't matter how it looks. Basic, busy like this could be, or even busier. Different colours, anything. Try to make a bow. They're quite easy, especially when you've got the bow maker. You can get them cheap on Amazon. The easy bow one, from like what I see Americans use a lot, that's slightly more expensive. So I just went for a smaller one because it does the same job. I bought it because I've got arthritis in my hands, so it's easier to do. Occasionally, well, I also do hand tie and bows in my hand, but yeah, get one. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was a very long video. It's my very first one, and I hope you can follow me or share the video to other people, and I hope you all have a good day. And if you want, you can send me some pictures of the wreaths that you've made as well, and I'll be so honoured to have a look. It may give me some fresh ideas. So have a great day, and thanks for joining me. Bye bye.